If you've searched for a flight recently, you've probably felt it. That moment of sticker shock when the price on the screen is double what you remember paying just a few years ago. It's not just your imagination, and it's not a temporary blip. The golden age of cheap flying seems to be over for good, and it's because the entire industry is being reshaped by a perfect storm of powerful forces. Let's start with the basics: fuel and people. Jet fuel makes up about a quarter of an airline's entire operating budget. When geopolitical tensions flare up, like recent threats to choke off the Strait of Hormuz, a route for nearly 20% of the world's oil, crude prices spike. That cost isn't absorbed by the airline. It's passed directly to you at checkout. Then there's the person in the cockpit. The industry is facing a massive pilot shortage, with tens of thousands nearing the mandatory retirement age of 65. To keep planes staffed, airlines are in a fierce bidding war for talent. Just recently, pilots at carriers like Delta and Southwest locked in new contracts with pay raises between 30 and 50%. That salary has to come from somewhere, and it's coming from your ticket price. But the price pressure goes far beyond the obvious costs. There's a new, invisible surcharge being added to your flight: the price of a cleaner planet. Governments are mandating the use of sustainable aviation fuel, or SAF. This stuff is incredible for the environment, capable of cutting a flight's carbon emissions by up to 80%. The catch: it costs 2 to 5 times more than traditional jet fuel. Airlines are already responding. Lufthansa, for example, just started adding an environmental surcharge of up to 72 euros per ticket to cover these new green requirements. And even if airlines could afford the fuel and the pilots, they're facing another problem: they can't get enough planes. The two giants of aircraft manufacturing, Boeing and Airbus, are tangled in major production delays and quality control issues. To get a handle on its 737 MAX problems, Boeing just spent nearly $5 billion to buy one of its main suppliers, Spirit AeroSystems. But that's a long-term fix. Right now, the pipeline is slow. Southwest doesn't even expect its new MAX 7 jets to be certified until the summer of 2026. Fewer new planes means fewer available seats on the market, and when demand outstrips supply, prices have nowhere to go but up. Finally, airlines are getting much smarter about how they price those few available seats. Gone are the days of simple, static fares. Now, sophisticated AI algorithms adjust prices in real time. They analyze demand, competitor fares, the time of day, and even your past booking habits to calculate the absolute maximum you're likely to pay. That's why a price can change from one minute to the next. And that's before we even talk about the fees. The base fare you see is just an invitation. The real cost comes after you add your bag, select a seat, and maybe get a drink. For ultra-low-cost carriers like Frontier, these ancillary fees now account for more than 60% of their total revenue. The ticket looks cheap, but the final bill tells the real story. So a confluence of volatile fuel, expensive labor, the high cost of sustainability, a physical shortage of aircraft, and hyper-intelligent pricing has created this new reality. The next time you book a flight, you're not just paying for a seat from point A to point B. You're paying for a pilot's new contract, a cleaner sky, and the complex algorithm that decided the price was right. The era of the $99 cross-country flight is now a relic, stored in the overhead bin of history.